Driving to the track, we just needed to take a bathroom break, so we stopped. It's just a packed bathroom because of everyone being there. And that's when Goldberg comes up to me. Over the years, the good Lord has blessed me with some opportunities to be part of press drive events. The companies that have had me part of an event include Porsche, Dodge, Ford, and then Chevy sent me a car. So there are 3, hopefully interesting, facts about a press driving event. Fact number 1, you're wined and dined. They pay for your flight, they pay for your hotel, they take you out to very nice dinners, and the hotel is not a cheap hotel. All expenses paid. If you're someone that likes to drink an adult beverage, they pay for free alcohol as well. And depending on the car manufacturer, they'll be in interesting places. So I've had one in Portland, Oregon, Washington, DC, Atlanta, Georgia. That was Porsche, where their North American headquarters is. Fact number 2, you get to drive the car on both the road and the track and can really get to see what the difference is. The track drives, there's usually instructors there. For instance, with the Dodge one, there are 707 horsepower Hellcat, had the instructor in it. You were able to drive it yourself, but the instructor was there to make sure you didn't kill yourself. And sometimes it's fun to just have the instructor take you around so you can see just how much better a driver he is. And these instructors, they'll help you get a better line. The best instructors I've ever seen were by Porsche. Literally, they have a line of cars and a radio in the car. They are driving a perfect line, fast. They could probably do it blindfolded. And if you start to get off, if you start to lag behind, you'll hear on the radio, hey, car number 4, you need to catch up to the group. Or car number 4, you're a little wide. Incidentally, the track is also a place where you can tell the difference between, say, Porsche Sports and Sport Plus. One time when I was driving the Panameras at Road Atlanta, the Sport Plus button accidentally got turned off and it went to sport mode. So I get in there and I could not keep up with everyone else. Once I figured out and I put it on Sport Plus, all of a sudden, car was crazy fast. Fact number 3, you get to meet some B and C and D list celebrities. So over the course of press events, you get to meet some people that are either famous in the car world or just period famous, at least to some degree. You're not going to see any A-listers, but you might see a B or C and plenty of D-listers. So I've met X Games skiers, actors from X-Men movies, met Matt Farah, who's huge in the car world. In fact, when I met Matt Farah, I was not only just met him, and a lot of times you just say, hi, how you doing? I'm so-and-so, and they're so-and-so, and talk for about 5 minutes, and it's cool. With Matt Farah, not only did I meet him, but sat down at the same table, so got to talk to him all night and a little bit the next day as well. And at the time he was restoring his DeLorean, so got to hear all about what was entailed in that DeLorean restoration, as well as he had worked on a Fox body Mustang and changed it from having the live rear axle to having independent suspension. So that was kind of interesting hearing all about that. But the most memorable celebrity that I ever met was Goldberg. If you follow professional wrestling, you probably know who Goldberg is. If you don't, you might have seen him somewhere else. At the time he was working on a car show, so he's at a Dodge press event with the entire Dodge lineup, from the Challenger Hellcat all the way down. So we're driving our Challenger lineup on the road, getting to test it out. You find out on the road that, hey, even the lowest SXT V6 was able to keep up with the Hellcat because of traffic and because of curvy back roads. The Hellcat's 707 horsepower couldn't really shine there. It did on the track later though. So as we're driving, of course, nature calls. You have to go do your business. So we drive on the way to the track, stop at the bathroom. It's a packed bathroom because everyone has to use it. And most of the people at these events are men. There are a few women, but the majority are men. So the men's bathroom is just jam-packed. It's finally my turn. I'm at the urinal doing my business. And that's when Goldberg decides to come to me. In his super deep voice, he's like, boy, could you take any longer? And I reply, that's not going to make me go any faster. Other than a couple other things, that's pretty much all I talked to Goldberg that entire trip. But I do take away the memory of getting told to go to the bathroom faster by Goldberg, which is something. I don't know if it's cool or not, but it's something. So car companies with these press events, they put the car in the best light. They wine and dine you. They want you to have a great time, but they do want you to drive the car, because sometimes people have a little too much fun the night before and then they don't show up for the drive and have to go get picked up, mess it up for everyone. But if you want to be able to do some of these press events, it really isn't that hard to get invited, but it does take a lot of work and can take a number of years. So for me, it all started by starting a blog, wrote about sports cars because I didn't want to have to drive cars like the Nissan Leaf. Sorry. And over time, I got more and more noticed, got a bit of a following, and that's all you have to do. You just keep riding. Today, you don't have to be a good rider because you'll get better as you practice. And hey, I have a sister who's an English professor for a highly ranked college. She lets me know I can't write. Hey, that's the way it is. But then I always ask, could you understand it? So you don't have to be the best writer. You just have to bring a little something to the table. You have to give your thoughts. You're the only one with your thoughts. And really, consistency, keeping writing every day is the key. And if you do that, one thing can lead to another. For me, eventually I got followed on Twitter by Porsche. I got followed by Fiat Chrysler, etc., Lexus, other companies. And eventually that led to invites to go to press things, to go to private events for like McLaren and such. And just make sure if you do it, you have fun. It's a lot of work, especially if you're like me where it's not your day job, but it's a fun extra thing to do. And when you get invited to these events, get to see what it's like to be a real automotive journalist. I guess they call you an influencer. Don't know if I influence anyone, but I guess that's what they would call you. So thanks for watching. If you like this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. If you know anyone that's interested in automotive journalism, going to press invite events, make sure to share it with them. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to our channel. With every subscription, a donation will be made in your name to the Buy a Middle-Aged Man a 9/11 Fund. His name's David. It'll be stored in my garage. Beyond this, when we hit 10,000 subscribers, we're going to be giving away merchandise. So make sure to subscribe so that you could win some free merchandise, possibly. And we have a ton of sports car content and definitely a bunch of Porsche content because, as you can tell, I drive a Porsche. So if you're interested in sports cars in general and Porsche specifically, then you owe it to yourself to subscribe and not miss one of these videos, especially if you ring that bell. Thanks for watching and God bless. This road is terrible. Sorry about the shaky camera. It's this road. It's just... We need California actually to fix the roads.